You know, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite load shedding, easily, bro, is like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's like the best load shedding. That's when you want load shedding, eh? Because like you're already asleep, right? It doesn't bother anything. It doesn't mess anything up. That's like the best load shedding ever. People are there fighting. No. I think 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Ah, guys, you're crazy. No, that's the best. Let me tell you the best. My favorite load shedding. Guys, you can't have your favorite bad thing. Are you kidding me? How long has this been going for that you're like, oh, this is my favorite? You can't have a favorite bad thing. That's like someone being like, yeah, my favorite plane crash is the one that goes like this. That's my favorite one. South Africans have become notorious around the world, right? Especially online. Whenever something happens online and South Africans get involved, people know you. Doesn't matter what country they're from. They're like, when South Africans get on Twitter, you must cross the street. And it's the same for me. Every time I announce I'm going to be doing shows in any country that isn't South Africa, yo guys, South Africans get angry, eh? South Africans get angry, start rioting in my mentions. People losing their minds. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to Germany. Recently, I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to Paris. I'm going to be doing a show in France. People lost it. Trevor, what the hell? When are you coming back to South Africa? Yeah, Trevor, you think you're better. When are you don't know, you don't want to perform here anymore. Yeah, no, Trevor, this country needs you. Why aren't you coming back? What, you're not South African anymore? What not? My favorite one was one guy who just wrote, we've also got Paris. You know, guys, it's gotten so intense that even my team in LA is afraid of South Africans. My team in Los Angeles is terrified of you, terrified. Yeah, we'll announce that we're doing a tour, right? And the first time this happened, it was mind-blowing. One of my team members came up to me and he's like, yo, Trevor, dude, this is really exciting, man. We're launching the European dates. Everything's going live and we're gonna be kicking that off tomorrow. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So when do we go live? He's like, well, we're just waiting for South Africans to go to sleep. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we just gotta wait for them to go to sleep. We've realized if we don't wait, then they come in, they're really angry that you're not coming home. So we wait for them, and then when the last one's asleep, then we load it online.
My first day lecturing, when I was a brand new professor, I was nervous. And I had to give a 3-hour lecture in front of graduate students. This is hardcore. I was at Syracuse in those days. I had just come to Syracuse very early on in my career, actually. And I'm giving this 3-hour lecture, and I'm noticing they're kind of laughing at my jokes, and they're really all smiley, and they were very, very, very pleasant. And I thought, why is it that they're so amused by everything? But it went really well. I was kind of patting myself on the back. I had been very nervous. And I walk out of the lecture hall, and I'm walking down the hall, and I see one of my colleagues coming toward me, and he starts laughing. And I said, what are you laughing at? And he said, your fly's down.
Oh.
I had just given a 3-hour first lecture, and I was trying to impress them with my fly down. And a little piece of my shirt coming out of the fly.
Oh, that's like perfect comedy.
Yeah.
That's flawless comedy. When it does that little peak thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So,
it was beautiful.
Okay. So
but that's the point. And the whole point was I wasn't nervous anymore for any lecture after that ever.
Yes. Got many HR complaints, though. They were like, I mean, we would like you to zip the fly up. And he's like, this is the new me.
Sorry.
This is the new me. Professor Fly.
I got to be me.
I found myself, baby.
That's my suspenders. But this is the thing.
But this is what I get.
Face your pain, face your fear, face your suffering. The limbic system of the brain has more tissue dedicated to negative emotion than to positive emotion. Oh, wow. And so,
why is that?
Because in the evolutionary environment, in the Pleistocene, you needed negative emotions more than you needed positive emotions. Negative emotions are an alarm.
Yeah, to avoid danger.
So fear, anger, disgust, and sadness, those are the 4 negative emotions. Positive emotions are nice to have. Negative emotions keep you alive. And so if you hear a little snap of a twig behind you, your first reaction is not, I bet that's my friend Trevor who's come to say hi. You run and ask questions later.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that you're not going to be abandoned. You want to make sure you're not going to get killed. You want to make sure you don't ingest poison. That's what disgust is for. There's a beautiful little place in the limbic system called the insular cortex. And that little thing is your disgust mechanism. And that's all that kept you from ingesting poison before there was like vaccines and antibiotics.
It was just a signifier that this thing could kill you.
Yeah, that's why something that smells dead, something that smells rotten, that's why it disgusts you. And that's why your dog, who's very disgusting, by the way, That's why he licks the floor, because he is actually not going to be exposed to the same kind of pathogens because of, the constituent parts of his saliva that can neutralize some of the germs that you can't. That's why he's like, that's not disgusting. And yet you think that's disgusting and you tell your kids not to lick the floor. Anyway, I digress. The whole point is, thank God for negative emotions. They've kept you alive again and again and again and again. Your dog doesn't have consciousness. Your dog doesn't know it's alive. Your dog doesn't know it's going to die. Your dog doesn't have future ideas or past ideas. Your dog's just here now. That's why your dog's happier than you.
It can't tell time. Yes.
Oh, whoa.
Because your dog
It's why your dog is happier than
because
you.
your dog's mindful. Your dog is like, you're thinking about, well, I got to do this thing. I hope my flight's on time tomorrow. And, it's like, I got this thing. It's, oh man, I haven't falling out with somebody I really care about. And what's going to happen next year? And what if the economy tanks? And your golden retriever's like, I'm sitting here with Trevor.
You
right
are
now.
remembering your dog is enjoying.
Your dog is here now. Here now. You're not. You're in the future.
So does that also mean that your dog can experience a lot more stress and pain because the now can last forever for it?
Well,
Like, let's say your dog is experiencing an adverse experience.
Right.
Is that thing lasting forever in its mind?
well, the limbic system for the dog is pretty. The Homo sapiens and canines have they actually evolved in parallel.
Okay.
So they have very, very similar emotions. So when your dog looks at you with love, you have a dog?
No, I had one.
Yeah.
But long
And,
story.
and your dog looked at you with love, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Your dog was feeling love.
So now it's AI warfare.
Yes, it is AI
Because
versus
it's like,
AI.
I'm going to use the AI to apply for the job. They're going to use the AI to grade me. I'm going to use the AI to pass the grades.
Yes.
Then they're going to.
I'm going to try to use AI to outsmart the AI.
Huh.
There's actually AI programs that now apply for you. So you don't even have to do anything. So there's all kinds of stuff. But the question is well, what are we then doing here? What are we?
Yeah.
What
In
are
fact,
we
that is a
doing?
good
That is a great question.
That becomes the
What are we
question.
doing?
What are we doing? Because if the AI is hiring the people who are using the AI to get the job, that the AI has hired the people, then that's what I mean is we have to ask the fundamental question, wait, what was the point of this process in the first place? Because multiple studies have shown humans are terrible at predicting the future, especially when it comes to hiring, right? A lot of the time when you're hired because the person sitting across from you saw something in you that they considered correct for the company. But a lot of the time it's just wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's wrong. And then people don't do well and they go well, that didn't work. But the prediction is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now I almost feel like we forgot what the whole point of an interview was. Is there a concrete number on how much hiring is actually done by AI now and how much is human? Because a lot of people out there, if you told them, oh, hey, your job application, your CV, your resume, whatever you type up, it's not even seen by a human in some
Not?
companies. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, sorry. So we think
How do you
about
think you got here? You think if I knew you were coming, you'd be here?
if I looked at your
This
resume.
was AI.
You now have to say it was shitty AI or something.
This freaks me out at every turn. Wait. So someone applies for a job.
So you upload your resume, or you don't even have it uploaded.
Yes.
You already have it on LinkedIn, and you just hit
Press
the one
send.
click. Yeah. So
To the company I'd like to work for.
yeah. So
Right?
all of these big platforms, they all use some form of AI. That I can tell you. We don't have a central register where companies have to register and say we use this AI tool or not. We just know this from surveys and sometimes me calling companies. So I know that they use AI. So you have to think about the beginning of the hiring process. You often have thousands of people applying for a job, right? We call this sort of a big funnel. And some companies, this is a couple years old when I talked to Google, they get over 3 million applications. IBM gets 5 million, over 5 million applications a year. So it's a lot of resumes that come into this funnel. So what we now see is a lot of companies, and usually large companies, a lot of Fortune 500s, use AI to reject people.
If you have 100,000 people applying to a job, let's be honest, I don't think there's any human who's going to get through those 100,000 applications. I don't think there's any humans. And I wouldn't be shocked if there were a bunch of humans who were skipping through this before because they were just it's like auditions in a way. At some point, the person's tired.
Yeah, totally.
You want to get them when they're fresh. You want to get them when they're in the mood. Does the AI make it better then?
I wish I could tell you that.
So we
and
don't know.
we don't know. I've asked
Oh, wow.
many companies to let me come in as a researcher and like sort of look at like, here's your traditional way of hiring, here's your AI hiring, and
And
have
what do
this
they
like
say?
run at both times, and then sort of double check, like, the people that the AI said that would be high performers, did they actually turn out to be high
Yeah.
performers? And I have not seen a company do this or want to share this with me or with anyone. I think it's because, I don't know, there's like a lot of turnover in HR, like these processes don't work that well. And I think what we already know, so what we know from a survey of C-suite leaders, like sort of leadership in companies of over 2000s in Germany, the UK, and the US, when they asked them, if your company uses AI tools, do they reject qualified candidates? And almost 90% of the leadership said yes. So they know that their tools reject qualified candidates. They still use it because I guess the efficiency from using AI versus humans, it's just much, much more greater.
You know what was interesting? There was no recline button. Yeah, that was different. Yeah, you can't recline your seat. Yeah, the seat is there. And then I got into it, and then I was like, okay, let me relax. And then I was like, whoa, where's the, okay. And then, sometimes you don't know where a thing is. So I was looking, I'm busy pulling things. I'm like, where's, and this is something that could only happen in South Africa. There's this Indian guy sitting next to me, and he sees me, busy fidgeting around, sees me fidgeting. And at some point he turns and he's like, hey, Trevor, what's wrong there, man? And I said, no, man, I can't find the recline button. And without missing a beat, this man was like, oh no, don't worry. They sell it there when you start flying. Yeah, they're gonna bring it with the Pringles and the water and stuff. You can buy it, it's 55 Rand. Guys, he said it so seriously. And I paid for so many other things that I believed it. I was like, God damn, this airline is crazy. I was like, what an insane airline. I was like, they make you pay for the recline button? You know what an idiot I looked like when they came with that cart? They was pushing that cart down. I was like, and sir, what would you like? I was like, can I please have the recline button? I want to lean back. Can I take a selfie there, Trevor? Can I take a selfie? I was like, yeah, let's take a selfie. He's like, okay. Yeah, let's take a selfie there. Let's take a selfie. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, you must do your phone there. I'm like, what? He's like, I've got a cock phone, Trevor. Take it with yours. You've probably got a nice phone, like an iPhone or something, but I'll take a picture there. I'm like, and then do what with it? He's like, you must put it there by your Instagram. Yeah, you must tag me. I also want the followers. I was like, yo, dude, let's just do it with your phone. He's like, Trevor, okay, let's take it there. But you mustn't laugh, ne? You mustn't laugh because I got a scam song. You must relax. Okay, we're going to take a picture, ne? Hold on. Let me just delete something here. I just need to make some space here. Let me just delete some pictures. Because I didn't think I was going to meet you today, no? I didn't prepare for this. Now I just got to see here. I can't now. That's my girlfriend there. I can't delete that one. This is my mom. This is another picture. This is a picture. You see this one? I'm trying to buy this golf, no? You see there? It's a Mark II. You know Mark II? Yeah, it's a limited edition, this one. Yeah, check that there. Hey, brah, this is almost a nice one. Hold on. Okay. We got it. You ready? Okay, Trevor there. Yeah. Say cheese. And I was like, all right, cheers, man. He's like, Trevor. Yeah, bro. Look now. Look, you spoil the picture. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, brah, you must wait. I'm like, wait for what? I heard the sound. He's like, bro, on this phone, the sound and the picture is different. It's two separate transactions. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, you must wait. Just relax. I'll tell you when you can move, okay? I was like, okay, fine. Okay, let's do it. And he's like, okay, you ready? Say cheese. And I'm like, there, cheese. Can we move? Don't move. Just wait. Just relax. Just stay there.
A mind controller wants to get you over there at the corner of the room. They don't say, walk to that corner of the room. They say, would you mind picking up that pencil that's over there? Oh, and do you see that interesting picture on the wall over there? Trevor, go over and, see the detail on that picture. So they come up with ways to misdirect your attention till you're behaving the way they want you to behave. And in the end, they want to program a new identity. And it's a dissociative disorder. So
I was the real Stephen, and they wanted me to believe that Sun Myung Moon was 10 times greater than Jesus Christ or any religious figure in history, that he was sinless and he was going to save the world. He was going to bring peace. He was going to feed all the starving children in the world, and I needed to be like him. So they built a moon identity that took over my identity, and this identity said, he's satanic. Don't listen to him. He wants to write poetry and have sex with girls and play basketball. Sex is a big no-no, except for the leaders. The leaders apparently got to have a lot of sex.
They can always have sex.
Well, they're a lot, you know.
Are we leaders?
Power,
not
money, and sex.
Not with each other.
Power, money, and sex is the universal for bad groups. Cancel people. The right does it, the left does it, but I say, you know, people should have the right to leave an environment. If they're not happy or they find something better.
Wow.
If it's healthy, you let people go. Nope, you left us and you're the enemy now.
Yeah, and so you're no longer human. You disagree on this.
Yes,
so
you're a traitor.
Yeah.
Right? So, but, you know.
But no, you see now, okay, now my brain then goes, everything is then a cult. That's what my brain says. Because okay, so let me tell you why.
So
I'm
remember,
saying, as you're explaining it,
cult comes from
Yes,
culture.
yes.
So we have culture. We need culture.
No, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you. I'm
Go
saying,
for it.
both on my behalf and someone who's listening to this.
Yep.
All right. I start with, like, let's say a family. A family can say, we are the Johnsons. You are a Johnson. I am a Johnson. And in the Johnson family, we always have dinner at 7 p.m. And at the Johnson household, we go for walks on Saturdays. And you know what I mean? And if you don't like
Totally.
it, you can leave. But if you leave this house,
cut you out.
Totally.
we will cut you off from the Johnsons and you're no longer a
shunned.
Johnson.
No one will be allowed to
and
call
you
you.
will never walk into this
That's
house
not
ever.
a healthy family.
Okay, but that's...
So if you have the influence continuum chart, folks, please go download it so you have it in front of you and you can understand this. Healthy parenting recognizes that each child is a unique being, and healthy parenting is to help that unique being grow up to adulthood to become their best self.
I can't be in a cult on my phone. I
Yes,
can
you
just turn
can.
the thing off.
Well, so ask people to turn off their phone
Try
for
it.
24 hours. And
Are you crazy? You want me to miss out on my life?
If you knew then what you know now, what would you say and do differently?
Many of the things that a cult might say to you are actually true. Some people said that QAnon was this, like, deep conspiracy or organization that was trying to control. And then another group said QAnon was literally started by, like, trolls from 4chan and those pages.
Well, it was started on 4chan.
Okay, yeah, but
and
I thought it was
know-
started as like a joke. They were like, I'm going to go out there
It
into
was
the
a
real
joke.
world. I found very few instances of authoritarian regimes that were able to start in good times.
One of the most important ones is called dispensing of existence. And that says if you're in the cult, you have a right to exist. And if you leave, then you're nothing. You're a non-person. You can be killed, you can be lied to, or whatever. Healthy parenting recognizes that each child is a unique being, and healthy parenting is to help that unique being grow up to adulthood to become their best self. You need to keep babies off of screens for the first 3 years. This is well established neuroscientifically, not even TV screens. No iPads, no phones. Sex is a big no-no, except for the leaders. The leaders apparently got to have a lot of sex.
They can always have sex.
Well, they're a lot, you know, they're...
Are we leaders?
There's a physics mystery in curling, which is usually if I have this and I spin it, I don't know if you saw that, but I was spinning it in this direction
Yeah.
and it moved that way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So it counter-steered.
But on ice with a curling stone, it goes the opposite direction than you would expect.
Because there's no friction?
So we don't totally understand why. So this has been confusing physicists. There are a lot of genuine research papers written about this. This has been confusing physicists for like 100 years. And there's a lot of very reasonable reasons. If you ask why, and you look at the papers, there are a bunch of reasons that they give. There's one theory that has to do with the friction on the front of a curling stone is different than if it's on this because the ice is melting slightly as the friction moves across. So there's something to change about the friction.
Like, is it that the water and the ice are like doing two opposite things, and then there's like a layer between them, or?
I couldn't repeat to you what the theories are. You just tricked
me into being interested in curling.
I know.
Look at me.
So this
now
is
I'm
my
going to
point.
be watching the Olympics, watching curling, trying to figure out why the stone spins the way it does.
This is exactly my point.
Surfing is a crazy sport. There's no need for you to be in the water at that time. You might get eaten by a shark. I do not feel sorry for you. I feel bad, but not sorry because you knew the thing was there. What's crazy is you even have experts that defend sharks. I don't even know when this started. When did we start defending killers? Like, we defend them. They're out there in the ocean, they're killing and stuff. And then you have these shows, Discovery, Shark Week, 50-50, shark experts. And they come out, hi guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about sharks. Did you know that sharks aren't the mean killers everybody paints them out to be? Sharks don't even like eating humans. They don't. How do you know this? How do you know this? I mean, for things that don't like humans, they've eaten a lot of them, You have to admit. They've eaten a hell of a lot. Surely the memo would have gotten around by now. No, they don't like eating humans. What happens is they get really confused, because from underneath they see you paddling on the surface and they mistake you for a seal. They think you're a seal and they come up and they grab a bite, and then by the time they realize you're not a seal, it's too late. It's not their fault. They're just sharks. Like, really? Why don't those same people come and defend like black people when people are saying black people commit crime, black people crime? Like, why don't they have those same people there, Like, these blacks always robbing people, these blacks always, and they come and, well, actually, guys, black people don't like crime. Yeah. What happens is they get like really poor because of things that have happened in the past. And then like some of them resort to criminal activities to try and make ends meet. And so when they see you from far, they just get confused because you look like an ATM. Because you freeze every time they see you. You freeze. And then they poke you and money comes out. Yeah. It's not their fault. They're just poor. It's a lot of rubbish. That's what it is. Sharks don't like people. How do they know? Do they ask them? Yeah, don't like. Tastes like Marmite. I don't surf. I sit on the beach and I enjoy it from there. It looks beautiful. I enjoy it. And I'm sitting on the beach in Malibu. And it's during the week, so it's really empty. There's just one girl surfing out there, California babe, and she's rocking it, And she's got long blonde hair and tan, looking very fake, and just like, she's riding her board and doing her thing, and all those unnecessary surfing moves that people do, Just stay here, there's no need for. And surely, sure enough, at the end of it, like she's doing those things, and the wave comes like, and I was like, you're dead. But she wasn't. And she comes out of the water and she's having the time of her life. And she looks over at me and she's like, hey there, are you like gonna come in? The water's like super amazing. I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you. You're very good. Keep it up. She's like, OMG, you talk funny. No, I don't talk funny. You talk funny. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa. She's like, oh, wow. Like Africa? How did you get here? What? I used my monkey grip under the plane. How did you get here? She doesn't even wait for my answer. She runs. She's in the water. She's doing her thing, surfing, having a good time, doing those things. She comes back out, and now all of a sudden we're best friends. She runs out onto the beach. She's like, hey, Africa. I'm like, hey, America. So like, you don't surf at all? I said, no, I don't. Where I'm from, we don't really surf. Johannesburg, there's no surfers out here, She's like, that's too bad. Like, do you guys have waves in Africa? Do we have waves? A grown human being asks me if we have waves on a continent. Like, no, we don't. Yeah, by the time the water gets to our side of the world, it's just so tired. It's just, so worn out from all the traveling. It tries, but it's, Do we have waves? She's brilliant. She says this and she runs back into the water. And every time she goes out there, it's like she comes back more stupid. It's almost like she's fishing for stupidity out there. It's almost like there is a shark. She's like, yeah, ask him this now, ask him this, ask him this. Because she comes back, and I'll never forget this. Till the day I die, I will not forget this conversation. She comes back onto the beach, and she stands next to me, and she's taking off her wetsuit, and she goes, so, like, Africa, can I, like, ask you a question? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. If you're, like, from Africa, have you, like, ever had AIDS? You know what's funny? Is I wasn't offended by the fact that she said AIDS. But I was offended by the fact that she said, ever had AIDS. Like AIDS is something you could had, like a passing flu, just, you know? Hey, John, I didn't see you at work last week Thursday. Brie, where were you? Yeah, Brie, I had a bit of AIDS there. I just hit me hard. I took some Corinza. Now I'm back, Brie. Ever had. And you know, I know as a child of a continent that's ravaged by this disease, it's my job, it's my duty to educate people when I meet them. You know, it really is a part of who I am. But you know when you look at someone in their eyes and there's no hope. It's just that old SABC tone. It's like, doo. You know, so it's only two of us and I'm bored. I figure, why not have some fun? You know, so I look at her and I'm like, yes. Yes, America. I've had AIDS many, many times. She's like, oh, wow, really? Oh, my God. So aren't you gonna be like super skinny and dead or something? I said, no, AIDS is not as bad as you think. It's just like chocolate, you know? You just shouldn't have too much at one time. You're just like, AIDS. Oh, too much AIDS. Oh. And then you stop for a bit, and then after you're like, more AIDS. You know, you just chill. She's like, wow, AIDS is like chocolate? I said, yeah, you should try it sometime. She's like, no, that's disgusting. So then if it's like chocolate, then it's gonna get all melty, and I'll be covered in like AIDS chocolate, and I'll be all sticky, and I'll be all dirty. I was like, yeah, then you just take a shower for the... No, what are you... Oh, no, don't you laugh at my president. Damn you, people, damn you. I don't accept your laughter, damn you. Don't you laugh, this has nothing to do with that great man. Turning my jokes against me, no. I will not participate in this madness. How else do you get clean?
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click. Nice.
You guys love your sports out here. I've never seen more focus put on sports anywhere else in the world. Americans love their sports back to front. You analyze them, you worship them, you watch the game before the game, you watch the game after the game. You talk about what might happen in the game, you talk about what's happening in the game, and then you talk about what happened in the game and what could have and might have but didn't happen in the game. It's just the craziest thing I've seen in my life. It's all about statistics. Have you seen sports in America? Non-stop. Guys just come out there. There's no time for smiles or anything. Just come out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It's the 2012 Miami Heat up against the OKC. This is the greatest final we've been waiting for in the NBA Finals. LeBron James leading his team out here, averaging 30 points, double-double every single game, 10 points per game just in assists alone. This man is just something else. 90% from the free throw line. He's just gone in. He's statistically gotten better. His team coming in with more. Chris Bosh coming in with more assists, really doing well in the last game. Just like, wow. Numbers, stats. You guys know everything, every stat. Well, I mean, he's got 4 out of 5, and I mean, if you look at that statistic alone, it looks like he should be getting forward. He should be, and then it's just crazy. You know everything, and then you switch over to like your business channels and your economy, and you're like, what's happening in the economy this year, Bob? Well, nobody knows. I mean, nobody knows. Yeah. We thought the housing market was coming up, but it wasn't. But hey, I mean, that's the economy. You never know, right? You never know. What about stocks? Well, I guess stocks, they're up and down. I don't really know. They're up and down. They could go anywhere. It's those are stocks. We don't know. But the sports, you know, you need to flip that around. You forget the statistics in the economy. Just relax in your sports. Have fun. That's the sports I watch. Is relax, like soccer. I'm a huge fan of soccer. You know, yeah. Oh, there's some fans here. I love soccer. It's chilled. You hear it in the commentators when a game is being played. There's no statistics at all. Game starts off, the whistle blows, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this majestic match. It's Spain playing against Germany. Oh, and what a wonderful day it is. Look at the crowd, really excited. Oh, and the atmosphere is amazing, wonderful weather, and the guys are just like, oh yeah, John, you can feel it. The players look great. It's wonderful. What do you think's gonna happen today, Martin? Oh, nobody knows. I can't even remember the last time I saw a game this good. Americans will remember. Americans will go back to the finest statistic. The last time a black man scored using his left hand, jumping over a mixed race, half Indian, was in 1967 when they're like, what? This is madness.
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click. Nice.
The one president that was always the furthest from being crazy was Nelson Mandela, you know? And I mean, Mandela recently turned 91. I just can't help wondering to myself, when you turn 91, wouldn't you throw this huge party? You know, I mean, you're 91 years old. I don't know, if I turned 91, I'd get wasted. I'd just be that guy, you know? You have all these famous people visiting you, I'd throw this huge party, knocking down the tequilas, having a good time. But I know people never want to think of it. No, Mandela doesn't get drunk. No, people don't want anything. They're like, no, Mandela doesn't fart. His bum just suggests things. He's got that vibe, you know? But I mean, he's still a man at the end of the day, you know? I would have loved for him to just let loose and get totally wasted on his birthday. It would be so crazy seeing Madiba pop out like into the garden, you know, out of nowhere, his shirt open, there he is, one of those colorful ones, him walking around. No, leave me, Grasa, leave me. Leave me, I'm fine. I'm fine. Do you know who I am? Do you know? Don't touch me. Who are all these people? Who's that? Bill Clinton. Bill. Come here, Bill. Come here, Zappa, Bill. Zappa. Thank you for coming, huh? Let me tell you a joke, Bill. Let me tell you a joke. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. That was a good one. I'm just saying. Oh, here comes Julius. Always going to talk. Rah, 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 rah. I was also president of the youth league. Rah, 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 rah. Julius is killing me. 2 seconds. Julius, 6 times 5. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. He'll be there for hours. Yeah, let's carry on. Okay, we're going to drink, all of us. We're going to drink then. But before we drink, I want to propose a toast. All those people who thought I wouldn't make it to 2010. Yeah, he'll never make it. He'll never make it. I'm still here, 91. 91. Yeah, 91. Even Michael Jackson died before me. Even Michael died before me. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Who's bad now?